Good morning. Hi, it's your girl, Dezzi Pixels. I am a freelance illustrator and I help artists find clients and build businesses online. In today's video, we are going to talk about the Everyman brand archetype. We will be discussing the Everyman brand's archetype's goals, motivations, visual style, color palettes, and who should use it as an artist. So stay tuned. Like the dial, you gotta tune in. Don't pay no. Now, for the first question, what is the goals of the Everyman archetype? The goal of the Everyman archetype is to belong, is to be part of a group, normally a group of shared values. They do this by being down to earth and connecting with the people around them through empathy and shared beliefs. These people are very community oriented. They're about the collective, they're about the group doing well. They like being part of a bigger whole that they can contribute to. And because of that, that type of behavior connects with a lot of other people in the Everyman brand buyer group and archetype. This motivation to belong builds trust and authenticity, which helps a lot with having your audience connect and relate to you. Next, what are the visual iconography and the color palette for the Everyman brand archetype? Now, out of all the other brand archetypes we've talked about so far, the Everyman brand archetype is the most simplistic. This, you really don't want any of the frills, bells, and whistles. Remember that the Everyman brand archetype is about displaying authenticity and loyalty to the group. You want to keep the color palette subdued and pulled back. You're thinking about blues, light blues, earthy greens, browns, beiges. These are the colors that you see a lot in the iconography for the Everyman brand archetype. As far as visual iconography, you want to show basically gatherings of people. You want to show relatable events like sports events, going to the movies, things that involve the community coming together and enjoying each other's humanity. When you think of the Everyman brand archetype, I want you to think of local diners, mom and pop joints, and all those local community staples that are the beacon of the Everyman brand archetype. I can't think of a word for that. I don't know. You choose one. Whatever word to you means high, top, big. That's what the mom and pop local diner scene is for the Everyman brand archetype. Next, who should use the Everyman archetype as an artist? You should use this type if you are trying to connect with more down-to-earth everyday people, or if you're trying to connect with the older crowd or trying to get more of a mass market appeal. People who respond well to the Everyman brand archetype tend to be those who are community driven and focused. So when you're creating your marketing materials, you want to emphasize your connection to the everyday person. You want to tell them how your art can practically serve a greater whole outside yourself and how it can help the community. You see this a lot with artists that do a lot more fine art work. There's a lot of the creator type mixed in there, which we'll talk about later, but it's a lot of that I'm just a normal blue collar working everyday person, which has a lot of power, as we can see with populist candidates for government and all that archetype playing to that every person, you're going to work daily bread buying person, appealing to them is very powerful. And if you are the type that use this as an artist, you will be connecting to people's authenticity and their trust and empathy. And that's it for this week. Thanks for joining me. I enjoyed talking about all the stuff today. So for your homework, I want you to look at a couple brands that share the Everyman brand archetype, which is Charles Schwab, Gillette, and Old Navy. So, with your homework going, next week we'll either have a special topic or talk about the Rebel brand archetype. So I'll catch y'all next week. Thanks for visiting me, and it's been your girl, Dezzi Pixels. And I did the early, so we're gonna do it again. And I'm out, bitches. I'll see y'all next week. This is a hot mess today. And be safe and bye. Bye.